Welcome to this video, guys. In this video we'll be looking at the surface area of a triangular prism. Just to recap, the surface area is just the sum of all the areas of all the faces of that solid. So what does the net of a triangular prism look like? Well, it all depends on what the triangle is, the triangular end. If we got this, I haven't marked a right angle here, but we've got a right angle here. So in this right angle triangular prism, what does the net look like? So if we unravel it, the net should look like this. I've color coded it now, so the ones in red are the same in size. So that one and that one, because they join up together when they make the prism, they're equal in distance, same as that one and also that one there. And all these green ones are equal in distance. That one there is that 5 centimeter one, you can see in the diagram. And that's your 12, and that one there is your 13. So if I label all the measurements, from your prism to your net, you can see where the measurements come from. Just take a moment and have a look at all the measurements and see you can understand and visualize where it comes from. Okay, we've got an isosceles triangle in that one. Just remember that the area is a half times base times height. We're going to find the surface area for this particular prism. So the surface area is, so this 2 is from 2 times the triangles. So this, working out, is the area of the face, and I've multiplied it by 2 because I've got the area of the back. So a half times base times height, there's your base, there's your height, so there's your 2 triangles. And this particular calculation is that rectangle, and I've multiplied it by 2 because I've got the same area on the other side, on that side there. And then the base underneath is 1,500 multiplied by 2,200. So that one here is the base of that prism. You can work out each part individually and then add them together, or you can just do this particular part in one hit. And if you do that, you should get 10,300,000 square millimeters. You don't have to draw the net for these. If you find it easier to calculate the surface area, do draw the net and then label your net with the correct dimensions. So there's the dimensions for that. So this triangle has a height of 1,000, has a base of 1,500, and this is your half times base times height. So that's your triangle. And then you got 2 of them, so we've multiplied it by 2, and then we have your 3 rectangles. 2 of them equal in size, and the base is slightly different. Okay, I've given you a question where you have to use Pythagoras' theorem to work out the value of x. So before you try and work out the surface area, use Pythagoras' theorem to calculate the hypotenuse, and then use that length to calculate the surface area. So pause the video, I'll give you a moment to do that, and then we'll see how you went with the surface area. Okay, to use Pythagoras' theorem, x squared equals your a squared plus b squared, so 15 squared plus 10 squared, which equals 325. Square root both sides and you get the square root of 325. You could actually work that out, but because it's not an exact value when you use your decimal, I'm just going to use this because that's the exact value. So the surface area is 2 times a half times base times height. So this triangle is a half times 10 times 15. I've multiplied it by 2 because it's the same as the side on, sorry, it's the same as the back. The base is 10 times 3. There's the base. 15 times 3 is that rectangle at the back. And the largest rectangle, sorry, not the largest rectangle, the rectangle on the top here is 3 multiplied by x, and we calculated x using Pythagoras' theorem. So the first part, 2 times a half times 10 times 15 is 150. 10 times 3 is 30. 15 times 3 is 75. And 3 times the square root of 325 is 3 times the square root of 325. You can just use your calculator to work all that out. And I've rounded that off to 1 decimal place, so 309.1 square millimeters. A bit of a tricky question because you needed multi steps to answer that. So you needed Pythagoras' theorem and your knowledge of areas of rectangles and triangles. Okay, how did you go? Okay, 2 questions for you to complete. So the first one, or question 3, calculate the surface area for that right-angled triangular prism. And then we've got question 4, with that triangular prism, calculate that surface area. Okay, we'll see how you go. Thanks for watching.